Let me take you back to 2010. Life is good. Unless you're a government official. But if you were a Street Fighter fan, holy shit, you were eating good. Street Fighter 4 was amazing. MBC 3 was announced. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom dropped. And they're holding a Comic-Con panel about Street Fighter 4. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. Wait. Who the fuck is that?
Wait or no? Wait. Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
Is that?
Oh my god, is that Harada? Holy shit. Oh my fucking god, I can't even hear myself think! Turn down the— Harada passes out copies of Tekken 6 and rushes the stage. Walks up to Ono and says, okay, you always say that your Street Fighter guys would beat my Tekken guys, but actually no, Tekken would beat Street Fighter, suck my balls. And with this, they reveal Street Fighter Cross Tekken. You're gonna have to understand that this was huge, alright? Yeah, I mean, it's lost its luster now, counting on so many crossovers do happen. But at the time, the thought of Kazuya fighting Ryu was so fucking cool. And not just that, they were gonna drop another game, Tekken Cross Street Fighter. They were planning on releasing a game called Tekken Cross Street Fighter alongside another game named Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Don't look at that title, it's gonna go so well. They dropped these amazingly animated trailers. They dumped Hugo in 8,000 gallons of oil, okay? They were so ready. And then, the game finally releases. Street Fighter Cross Tekken is such a interesting game to me. It's honestly a game I've wanted to touch on for a very long time. The reason I find it so interesting is that the game blundered really fucking hard, but it was a complex blunder, okay? It's a game that had one of the most interesting development cycles, had so many weird controversies, and in the end, it's still really fucking good. It's a game in the FGC that's not really talked about for its gameplay, it's more talked about for its infamy. What I want for this video is for it to be a video about Street Fighter Cross Tekken, the video game, and not Street Fighter Cross Tekken, it killed my dog. I mean, it did, but it's a pretty good video game.
Is that a joke? I can barely hold this
Street Fighter Cross Tekken
down!
I thought someone like you would like slop.
The gameplay of Cross Tekken is heavily based off Street Fighter 4. I sort of describe the game as like Street Fighter 4, but like an anime fighter. It's got a magic system, so you can, chain normals together. You can't special cancel from chains. Well, I mean, you can EX cancel, but that's basically it. You also have special move charging, where you can charge up a special move to get a free EX or even a free super, which is, that's pretty cool. You can also dash cancel it, so you can use it as a bootleg FADC. Juggling was heavily tuned up, so it feels a lot more, Tekken-esque. So a lot of the characters are tuned up, but they're, well, still pretty normal. Speaking of characters, let's talk about tagging. But the issue is, Street Fighter Cross Tekken is a tag-based game, and I don't have anyone to play with. Somebody say Street Fighter Cross Tekken? And there's no 5 naked women. Street Fighter Cross Tekken takes a lot of notes from Tekken Tag's tag system. I'm going to shoot myself, allowing you to play with another person on your team at the same time. And they give you so many options to call in your assist. At the end of your Magic series, you get a launcher which tags you out, but you get a little extension after. You can also cancel from moves into tag, it just costs a bit of meter. It's usually best on multi-hitting moves so you can make them more threatening, or extend combos. You also have the tag super, which is kind of like a level 3. I mean, it does big damage, it has a really cool animation, and a lot of characters have exclusive animations tied to this. Or instead, you can spend all your meter on a cross assault, switching your character, but allowing you to fight alongside your partner at the same time. It is so much fucking fun to do, if you have an actual person on your team. If you don't, it just gives you a CPU, which does basically nothing. I mean, it's also nice to have because you can sort of hold like 2 supers from 2 different characters with it. It's overall whatever because you can just sort of ignore the mechanic. Speaking of mechanics that get ignored, Pandora. Pandora is supposed to be a comeback mechanic. When you're at a quarter health, you can sacrifice your teammate to enter Pandora state. It gives you the health of your teammate, all your meter back, and a nice damage buff. You know what? That sounds pretty good. If not for the fact that it lasts for 10 seconds. And that is a literal timer, okay? It doesn't stop for anything. So if you're doing a long cinematic, you're still losing time. Okay, you know what? Fine. I sometimes won't get the full effect of my install because I did a couple grabs. I mean, what even happens when the timer runs out? Do I get stunned for a bit? No, you just instantly die. So that means you have 10 seconds to try and kill your opponent. I mean, the damage buff is nice. In 10 seconds, kill your opponent, nice. No, fuck no, not even a million years. And it sucks because Pandora looks fucking sick, alright? It looks really cool. But every time you activate it, it just feels like this. Even in the tutorial where you're supposed to use it, you still fucking lose at the end. They knew. They knew, alright? The only real times when you see Pandora is, well, on accident when people were buffering something and they got it instead. And to add on to this, this is the buffed version. At release, it lasted 7 seconds. And I feel like the worst part of it is that it could have been really fucking cool. Sacrificing your teammate to give yourself just a bunch of strength is already in itself a better downside. Because, losing out on tagging in a tag fighter is really bad. But I think you get it by now, alright? The horse is like a blood puddle now, alright? Let's move on. Alright, now the gem system, alright? The gems kinda suck. How gems work are they give you specific buffs when you do small challenges, like blocking moves, doing specials, basic stuff you were already doing. You had 5 presets, one's for meter, defense, damage, Pandora. My main issue with it lies in the fact that it's just kinda boring. At best, it's a win more mechanic. At worst, it's just kind of nothing. I'm not saying the gems are useless. There's possibilities that if you're in these scenarios, you can do a lot of damage potentially.
0 feats, 0 relevance.
I mean, they did have some cool ideas with some of them, like some gems actually boost other gems. Some of them give you simpler inputs. Some gems actually come with downsides alongside them. You could have a version of Ken that's unlike anyone else's version of Ken. The issue is, well, you have to set them up beforehand. So imagine spending maybe 2 minutes per character setting up specific gems, but also your opponent wants to. So that's like 8 minutes between sets, times that by maybe 50 guys at the tournament. So basically every tournament banned gem selection. So you're sort of locked to the only 5 presets. Overall, gems are just sort of there. It sort of feels like gems don't really affect much in the gameplay portion. There's definitely more to gems. I'm just not saying it. I'm going to talk about it later. Okay, just backspace that comment. There we go. There we go. Alright? But at the end of the day, a tag game is only as good as its roster. So let's talk about the roster.
Kazuya Mishima.
Racing down the
Kazuya Mishima.
while I'm in the backseat trying to fuck.
Kazuya Mishima.
Pull up into
Kazuya Mishima.
rob that bitch and
Kazuya Mishima.
hop back in that
Kazuya Mishima.
driving huffing.
Kazuya Mishima.
Meanwhile,
Kazuya Mishima.
it's like, can we listen to
Kazuya Mishima.
Oh boy. Alright, I can play some of my favorite Street Fighter and Tekken characters. Bring me Makoto. Okay, come on, I'm playing a game with Tekken in the name. What the fuck am I thinking? I gotta choose my boy, Lee Sorry, Lee, but I don't think you qualify for Street Fighter Cross Tekken. This is bullshit, you let Pac-Man in! Despite my gripes with this roster, it's pretty good, alright? It has all the general picks, but also a nice blend of specialty and, like, fun picks. And it brought back a couple of characters that weren't even in Super Street Fighter 4. Rolento, Elena, Hugo, and for the first time, Poison was playable. You know, it adds a bit of appeal to this game. But, you know, we're gonna focus on the Tekken characters mostly. That mostly is gonna do a lot of heavy lifting. We're gonna talk about Ryu first. Okay, what's so special about this version of Ryu for me to bring it up? This feels cursed to me. In Street Fighter 4, Ryu does not have Donkey Kick. This was a deliberate choice because it's supposed to feel more like Street Fighter 2. But for this game, they decided, fuck it, why not? They also made EXDP Restand, which is so much fun to combo with. And the only other Street Fighter character I want to touch on is, well, Guile.
Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic boom!
I'm so fucking scared right now. Alright, let's actually talk about the Tekken cast. Let's start off with the Mishimas. And obviously, Kazuya. Damn it. Obviously, as the main Tekken guy, he's treated really well in this game. He feels exactly like Kazuya. He's got his wave dash, he's got his electrics, I suck at him. That's how I know it's him. Honestly, I really like Kazuya in this game. They did really well with him. Following this up, you have Jin, which is... yeah, he's fucking busted. He has really good normals and incredible movement. He has one of the best projectiles in the entire game. The only launcher in the game that's 2 hits, allowing it to be safe on block. And finally, you have mental alertness, which is just like an incredible tool. It has good strike and boom, it can cover a lot of angles. And what can I say? Jin is an evil, carried bad. I play Jin, I fucking love him to death. He's so much fun. And lastly, you have Hayachi, who's, well, sort of just like the kill you character. The frame he lands any move, it's pretty much over. I really don't have much to say on him. I mean, I kind of have to talk about all 3 Mishimas. When a waifu player says something fundy-phobic, King! Okay, King is really fun in this game. His combos are incredibly fast and, like, really goofy. He has an air throw, which is a great combo ender, and unique standing and crouching grabs. That's really fucking cool. Like, that's exactly how throws work in Tekken. It's only on King, which is like the main guy you notice that on. Next up, we got Kuma. Overall, the characters feels kind of mid, but they also have one of the most unique moves in any Street Fighter game. Kuma has a move called Rolling Bear. It's a 360 motion that moves you forward, but if you're close to the opponent, it's a command grab. So it's 2 very different moves tied to the exact same input. That's just kind of cool, I guess. But then you have a character like Jack X. Oh, I love Jack X. Okay, Jack X is fucking awesome. He has so many funny tools. His super reaches almost full screen. It's ridiculous. And to top it off,
Target seized.
did you block it, twin? Hwoarang, which is honestly such a fun character. The way he interacts with the chain system is super unique and allows for really cool combos, and is probably one of the most annoying fucking bastards on block. I mean, yes, it requires meter to get particularly egregious mix-ups, but he's so much fun to build teams around. Moving on from this, we have Steve. Probably the most unique character out of the whole bunch. For starters, let's talk about his normals. His standing kicks don't exist. Every one of his standing kicks acts as a spot dodge, giving him super unique uses for the chain system. He has a plethora of really interesting tools, but I want to highlight one very specifically. Steve has a stance known as Flicker Stance. By entering this stance, he gets access to a low, mid, and high punch. Where have I heard this before? Okay, it's not one-to-one, but it's incredibly similar. I do like the version on Steve a lot more than the one on Ed, because it allows for cool juggles and stance cancels, but it's pretty interesting that it's like a super beta version of Ed. And lastly, let's talk about Ogre. He's such a cool character to play, and he has amazing links, okay? This triple medium punch and a medium kick combo is so fucking fun to hit. It's a character whose feeling is just so fucking tight in this game. Ogre works well in basically every single team comp. He has a learning curve, yes, but holy shit, he's so much fucking fun. And well, those are all the Tekken characters I wanted to talk about. Didn't say anything about Sony though. Fun fact about this game actually had 5 exclusive characters locked to the PS3 version. Well, how am I playing them right now?
Stop talking. You're going to get us killed.
I'm going to be going through them from best to worst. Starting off with Cole from Infamous. I'm going to start us off by saying I love Infamous, okay? I should really replay Infamous.
Stand down, John. His operation's been terminated.
No one's taking me in.
Damn it, John! Cease fire! We're here to get you out!
So it really pains me to say, this man is super fucking mid. Wait a second, this is from best to worst, and this guy's mid. Aw, fuck. Cole has overall pretty mediocre tools. I mean, he can make it work, he does have a real game plan, and can do pretty solid damage. He just doesn't particularly do much or synergize well. And you've probably noticed it up to this point that, well, a lot of his graphics are broken, which just sort of happens when you port them to the PC version. I made him up! But I mean, you know what? It could be worse. For example, Toro and Koro. I mean, I sort of mashed them together because, well, basically you will never play one without the other because, well, why the fuck would you? How they both work is that Toro is a tiny version of Ryu and Koro is a tiny version of Kazuya. That's it. They're just really small. I mean, yes, routes do change on them because they're fucking microscopic. But, you know what, I appreciate them because, you know, they're really cute. And up next we ah shit. Here comes Pac-Man. Okay. For starters, I really like this. It's cool that he's piloting like a Mokujin mech. On his back there's like a little Pac-Man maze, a little animated Pac-Man and Ghost. And you know what? It's kinda cute that he's here. This character really fucking sucks. Pac-Man's a pretty bad overall special moves. Very low damage, very short combos, no special cancelable heavy buttons. And the worst part is that the best way to play Pac-Man is to get the fuck off of Pac-Man to your second character. But you know what? It could be worse. I could be playing Shadow Labyrinth right now. And the last character to talk about is Mega Man. Which this character has a bit of controversy around them. And who better to explain it than an actual Mega Man fan?
The year is 2012, and around this time, Mega Man fans were really feeling the series shot after, you know, being milked to death. Fans were a little desperate for something new. They wanted something new. They wanted something to quench their thirst after being neglected for a hot minute. They definitely got something, alright. They definitely got something. January 26th, something happened. Something real bad happened.
This is my destiny.
It wasn't Classic. It wasn't X. It wasn't Geo and Omega X. It wasn't any of that, no. But what we got instead was the North American box art edition. This fucking thing. This fat son of a
Nice lady.
it just felt like a huge spit in the face at the time, which justifiably upset a lot of people. Only for Rock to get announced for Smash a year later? So, you know, box art the moveset is mainly based on Mega Man 1, but it does also have its charge shot, which also activates his super if held down long enough, which is kind of nice. He's got a very basic DP, and his Thunder Beam is a little odd in my opinion. He's got Super Arm for his grab, and we also have Ice Slasher. Ice Slasher is a slow-moving projectile that freezes people in place. It gets faster with each version you use, with the light version being pitifully slow, but I would still say it's a good projectile. I still like it. I think it's nice. Now that time has passed, the franchise is officially, you know, Capcom actually is like trying to care about it now. I'm willing to say that it's kind of funny. He was just given the spotlight at a very bad time. Okay, I've taken up enough of the viewer's side. Pick you, middle, come here. Yep, come here. Chop, video boy. Chop. Here, I want 20 bucks. I want 20 bucks for this.
That person reeks of alcohol. And with that, those are all the characters I wanted to touch on. Yes, I didn't talk about them all, mainly because I need to get this video out in time. But with all this being said, why does this game get such a bad rap? Okay, Capcom, it's me and you. When they walk through that door, don't say anything. They did it! They did it! They're the one you want! I was just sitting in my office playing Pack Attack and mashing Hellsuit with my cousin, and they added it in there. What the fuck? Hey, I am not going to jail for you! Alright, here's the big section we've all been waiting for. Let's get into the events that led Street Fighter Cross Tekken to become so infamous. I'm going to go through order of severity, starting off with timeouts. As we've seen up to this point, Street Fighter Cross Tekken is a very high damage game. If you even have a little bit of resources or get a really good hit in, you can do some really strong damage. But when you tag out your teammate, they will heal a bit of their health back. But with this, you can play really defensively, not helped by the fact that the goddamn map is fucking humongous. It is ridiculously big. As I'm talking, I'm still trying to get to the fucking corner because it's so big. Thankfully though, they did try fixing this by making neutral throw delete all red health. But you know what? It's not too bad. It could be worse. Like, I don't know, gems. So, remember when I talked about gems, how they didn't really affect much gameplay wise, but they had a bigger issue? See, before the game released, depending on what retailer you bought the game from, you would get a special gem pack. But don't worry, if you want the other packs, you can just buy them for $3 a pop. But the gems that actually came in these packs were noticeably stronger than the ones that came for free. For example, you have Immense Power 2, a power gem that after 10 normals will increase your damage by 20%, but decrease your speed. You know, there's a little bit of risk reward, you know, it's harder to get in because you have less speed. Or you could pay $1 and you don't have to deal with the speed penalty. Or you can get a larger damage buff. And people, rightfully, got fucking pissed. Going so far that most tournaments at the time banned gems entirely. And with all this outcry, a lot of the plans for gems were heavily rolled back. Capcom was planning on releasing even more gem packs that did even crazier things. But at least they made those presets and you can have a little bit of variety with them. Alright, you know what? What's next on the chopping block? Yeah, this was really fucking bad. So, for the record, Sony paid them a lot of money. I mean, I assume so, because the PS Vita version had 12 extra characters. But for the time, they would be exclusive to the PS Vita first. Or should I say, last? Because actually, those characters are in the game. They just aren't playable. They are on the disc, fully complete, but you can't play as them. And they plan to release them as DLC later, even though the characters were already finished on the disc. I mean, nowadays for fighting games, on-disc DLC is, well, common. But this was unheard of at the time. And the craziest part, the characters were so finished that hackers were able to match online with the characters against normal people. And this all could have been prevented, alright? Capcom America brought this up to Capcom Japan, like, hey, if people data mine the game, they're gonna find these characters and they're gonna be pissed. And Capcom Japan's response, I shit you not, is they won't data mine the game because that's illegal. If we look past all that, there's still an underlying issue. Yes, all that's bad, but it wouldn't stop someone from playing, right? If 5K's anything to go by, people will basically play anything if they enjoy it. So why does no one really talk about
Games for Windows Live is the single worst interface ever introduced in the history of PC gaming. It was designed as a sick practical joke by the Nazis to troll gamers.
Games for Windows Live is one of the biggest travesties in gaming history. It was supposed to bridge the gap between Xbox and PC. It did that, I mean barely. Fun fact, BlazBlue Calamity Trigger was actually one of these games with crossplay. That would probably really fucking suck. This is pre-rollback on Games for Windows Live. That shit would not work. Games for Windows Live is heavily embedded into Street Fighter Cross Tekken. So, now, all of its online functionality is fucking gone because, well, Games for Windows Live doesn't exist anymore. And for a significant amount of time, Street Fighter Cross Tekken was literally unplayable. If you own the game, you couldn't play it. Well, until of May 2025, when they removed the Games for Windows Live framework, so if you own the game, you can actually play it now, just without online capabilities. But even after this, you're not allowed to purchase a legal copy of Street Fighter Cross Tekken. So you might be wondering, how did I get the footage for this video?
Nothing! Get out my fucking face!
Well, I can't tell you what I did, but I'll tell you what I didn't do. I didn't go into the link in the description, I didn't go to Internet Archive and download the top file there, and I didn't move the game into a folder, and I didn't do all those things because it's technically illegal. But after this entire shit show, let's see what happened after. After Street Fighter Cross Tekken didn't meet the goals they needed, Capcom was looking for easy cash. And after saying they would never do an Ultra Street Fighter 4, they made a game called Ultra Street Fighter 4. And Ultra Street Fighter 4 is my favorite fighting game of all time. Bar none. It is fucking incredible. I love this game so much. A good amount of the additions to Ultra Street Fighter 4 aren't unique. A lot of it is just Street Fighter Cross Tekken's reheated nachos, which is just such lazy game design.
Oh my fucking god, this is delicious.
As for Bandai Namco, they went on to focus their resources on their next Tekken project, being Tekken 7, leaving Tekken Cross Street Fighter in permanent limbo until fucking 2021 when they announced it was finally cancelled, which, I mean, everyone assumed, but like, really? 2021? That's when you say it? They did reuse the ideas he had, though, for Akuma in Tekken 7. A lot of people complain about Akuma, how you know, he feels like he's playing a completely different game. Yeah, because he was basically ported from a, like, canceled project. They say that Tekken Cross Street Fighter was about 30% done, and it's a real disappointment we never got the game. Even though I made fun of it for having the fucking dumbest name on the planet, it would have been cool. Tekken Cross Street Fighter is a game I think about a lot. That if it went well, how much the industry would have changed. Because, fun fact actually, Street Fighter Cross Tekken had a super early version of rollback. But because it performed so badly, they stepped away from rollback for a bit. Meaning, there's a timeline of events where rollback is adopted a little bit faster. But, how about I conclude this video? Street Fighter Cross Tekken is a game that is rife with innovations made, but also it's a massive cautionary tale of how not to handle a game. Moving around the menus in this game feels like I'm fucking searching around like a destroyed town after a fucking tornado hit it. It's a game that will never reach the highs it once did because, well, the only way I'm playing online is fucking Parsec, and I fucking hate Parsec!
Fucking Windows 98! Fucking Bill Gates! You told us Windows 98 would be faster and more efficient with better access to the internet! It is? Fucking...
But despite everything, there is still a community for this game. It's a super niche one, but it does exist. Humongous shoutouts to fucking Psycho Blue SFXT, okay? They still host fucking Street Fighter Cross Tekken tournaments. And honestly, humongous shoutouts to people who are still passionate about this game. And the last thing I want to say is, Capcom, please fix the online for this game. I don't care if you have to revive games for Windows Live to do it. I'll take it, honestly. And with that, I'll Street Fighter Cross this Tekken off my list. I'm gonna shoot my... Hey everybody! So, thank you for watching all this video. This has been a video I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and now, it's done. I had a lot of fun making this video and researching it and doing all these stupid ass bits. And you know, I gotta give a big shout out to my friends, because they were in this video. It's like I tagged them in. It's like a Street Fighter Cross.
The joke sucked, blow your fucking brains out.
And I would like to give a extra special thanks to my Patreon members, being Sukakaja, NewTube, and Nman. The support goes a long way, it means a lot. Thanks for the money, dickheads. But anyways, gamers, this is when I'll see you out. Good night.
Sure, what the hell?
I am also in this video.